Hello. Testing, testing. Hello, welcome to the stream. Welcome Dismay, welcome Kisla. So, alright, yeah. Yeah, good. Hopefully gonna try and finish this guy. D&D character from a friend. Need to have theme music for you do need to set up theme music for a day. This is Blue Days, the Kisla, my friend's D&D character that I'm going to be finishing because I need to get that reference down. Yeah. You do need theme music. Agreed. Why is my chat not updating proper? Function! Thanks for joining. Yeah, so it's just watercolor at this point. I'm pulling up the references, which I did not. Silly me. Did I make a board for it, or was I just using my friend's board? I don't remember. I did make a board for it. Perfect. Excellent. I think right now he's too pale. I need to give him a little more blue, but I also don't want to overdo it. You know. So, what genre for days? Let me see if I can adjust the camera. Okay, that light might be annoying in the background. Let me know if that light in the background is like annoying you or not. I'm trying a new camera setup. Like for this, I'm so used to looking up here with the camera, but the camera's right here. Hi. Trying a new setup. The old one wasn't working just because things got moved around and lighting wise, and I want you guys to be able to see the art better, so I had to shift things around. So hopefully it works now. Hopefully it works better. Yeah. Let me pull up the references on Pinterest.com because it's like the one place with Pinterest. I love Pinterest. Accidentally a Pinterest girly. It's the one place that doesn't have like too much AI art yet, so which is good. It's one of the last bastions. It actually has decent reference images. Still, at least. I need to make sure I get the perspective right. Right, I need to right, his hair. His hair is like a green. It's green. He's a fish. Goodness. What am I doing? I don't know. Okay, I'm just gonna use that and then see if this is the right kind of blue. Kinda. Need to more cool it down a bit. So honestly, I should also figure out a way to like have it so my chat updates me when people message in it. So I sometimes get so in the zone that I don't realize people are talking in the chat because I don't check the chat as often as I ought to because you get in the zone. So I need to figure out how that works. I honestly need to update my whole layout, my setup. Kind of been putting that off. One of many things I've been procrastinating. And it's a good blue. I want it lighter. Do I need more green? I don't know. That's a good question. More of this. It's too bad this palette doesn't have much white in it. That's better, I think. I also don't want to risk overdoing it because I always do. I'm gonna find Aquaman music. Alright. What does that mean? Like actual Aquaman? Like the film? Or what? Gotta explain. Also, my references aren't that good, and I need to draw more anatomy. I always shy away from human anatomy because I'm like, oh, I'll just put a shirt on it, and then I don't have to worry about muscle groups or anything. Yeah. So we are a little outside of the comfort zone of what I'm good at drawing or painting or whatever. So that'll be fun. They got a good soundtrack. I haven't seen the Aquaman films. I know a lot of people meme on them. Are they actually like decent to watch? Is it fun? How is Aquaman? Is it like worth watching? Worth investing time into watching, I should say. Dude, also freaking muscles are hard. Bro, I was so humbled the other day. So I was drawing a character, like a satyr, that had, it's called digitigrade legs. If you ever see like those backwards horse legs, like goat legs, or what, you know, like the back legs of a dog. It's a digitigrade leg is what it's called. And I was like, oh, I've drawn horses all my life. I'm excellent at that. I'm so good at drawing those. So easy to draw those. Anyone else who finds them hard to draw, a skill issue. I was humbled the other day because I've never had to draw those types of legs sitting crisscross. Because I was drawing this character just sitting crisscross by a campfire, and I struggled so hard with it. I had to even make a little clay vignette to make sure I was getting it like accurate proportionally, and I'm like, oh, why can't I draw this off the top of my head? That's not fair. Ah. And again, if I had a deadly sin, my biggest sin, probably be hubris, pride. It's so prideful. I always have like the audacity, which is useful, very helpful for like, I'm just gonna do like streaming or art or this project. Yeah, I can do that. But sometimes it goes too far, and I'm like, I can in fact not do that. Before Amber Heard drama, good first movie. No one excited for the second because of Amber. Yeah, it's a lot of drama. I kind of stay out of that for the most part. I'm not the biggest. I stay out of drama whenever and wherever I can. So, yeah. This guy's hard to draw. Art's hard. You ever get that as an artist and you're just like, why can I not do art? Why is art hard suddenly? It should not be this hard. It's illegal. Right to jail. Okay, I think I know what I'm doing. Maybe. Maybe? Maybe? Maybe. Maybe not. I'm also like an oil painter at heart, even though I've only recently started doing oil painting again. Always dark to light, so it's like, this light to dark stuff is really hard. What the hell? Also, I think my biggest problem right now is I don't know where the fucking light source is. I just kind of winged it. Didn't plan for light source, which is my biggest mistake and always an issue with me. My father's a photographer, and every painting he's like, Rafa, where's your goddamn light source? Because that's really important in photography, is to know where your light source is. And I'm like, I hadn't thought about that. He's like, well, that's why your art is like, could be better. Where's your light source, Rafa? So, if you want to improve your art, light source, very important. Do I listen? Not really. First time chats. Sarko 112. Welcome. Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's the underpainting. I wanted to finish this guy today. It's a D&D character, Triton, Barbarian, Blue Days. One of my friends' characters, they doing the art for them. Just to get some reference down, because it's always good to have reference. So, doing watercolor. I'm using Golden's Core watercolor. They're really good. They're almost too good in the fact that they are too vibrant. Most watercolor, you mix a couple colors together, it's going to be kind of muddy. And sometimes you want a little bit of mud, for like a nature scene. These guys, you can make several colors, and it's so hard to get mud. Or it's so vibrant. The paint goes a long way. I need to probably do a wash of just this like blue color, but I don't want to lose the details. But we'll go for it. Yeah, actually, it's not terrible. We're getting somewhere. Okay, and I'll have to wait for this wash to dry so I can go back and do the messels, because maybe I went too quickly just deciding to do a wash. But you know what? It's fine. It's fine. And I have to remix that whole paint, that exact color, again. Which I won't probably be able to, because paint. is good enough. And already it's bleeding because I made it wet like a fool. So don't want it to get too dark because I need to be able to do the details. He's got that like sky blue complexion, so. And even with Daisies on him, I'm glad I made him. Yeah, I won't argue with that. And even with watercolor, I can't imagine how hard it could be. Yeah, no, for sure. It's tricky, but I do like it. Watercolor is a fun medium. Some people say I use it too much, even. I don't know what they're saying. They're fools. No, I use it extensively. Watercolor and ink are like my go-to mediums when I'm not doing digital. Digital is when I'm like, I'm cozy, I'm on the couch, I don't feel like moving and getting actual art supplies out. Let me just grab something so I can doodle on the couch. And I'll just grab the iPad or whatever and doodle. So, muscles are hard. Frick. Honestly, I need to do more like live figure drawing. I did find out recently where there are classes in like the Miami area, so that's good. I do intend to do that more. Let's just go back to this guy. Maybe not. Frick. Frick when your references don't have the right lighting. Eek, the struggle. Struggle is real. Okay, I went too dark. I need to blend that out. Muscles. Yeah. Yeah, it's tricky. It's tricky. Watercolor is, I find, forgiving. Some people find it to be the opposite and not forgiving at all. So I guess it really just depends. I've been using watercolor for freaking ages, to be honest. So not as forgiving as digital recently. I've had it like I've drawn so much with digital lately that I'm like, oh, let me just click the undo button, Control Z, and it's like, I can't do Control Z. Oh no, I'm stuck with the decisions of my life. Ooh. So that's always fun. Now I have to, and also it's nice because digital, you just click the color and it's gonna stay the same color. You don't have to mix more of that color and get it exactly right. So, I guess it does. There is something to be said about traditional and that it really does forces you to really get the basics down. Damn. I mean, digital's a lot like more. I don't like that. No. No. We'll get that out of here. Kind of getting too grainy. I think I'll have to wait for that. Some pants. Again, more like aqua pants. And that's what we'll go with. Now I need to mix a good aqua color. That should be sufficient. Oh, you know what I should have done if I was smart? I would have would have used Frisket on the little net skirt thing that he has, but I've already started, so, and I can't be bothered to find my Frisket. So, oh well. We bowl. Fuck it, we bowl. We'll just paint around it and do everything harder. So a tricky thing with watercolor I have to be careful of is if it's wet and I'm resting my hand on the paper, not to smudge or to interact with the areas that are still wet. So, and again, a fitting medium for Fish Boy here. It's all water themed. So it's fitting that he's painted with watercolor. And I should have started other direction, left to right, not smack in the middle as I have. So sometimes you can use your hand or like another stick and then rest your hand on that. A lot of oil painters do that with what's called a mal stick. It's German. It comes from the German word mal, which is like to draw, I believe. And stick, you guys know what a stick is. So yeah, I need to probably invest in one of those. The ones I've seen at local art stores I don't like. They're like metal and they don't have the fluffy thing at the end. They're like rubber tipped, and I don't like that. I want it to look like I'm a Renaissance artist and use the ones that they did. Not this modern aluminum rubber amalgamation. Why is the paint changing color as I'm mixing it? Stop it. Stop this. Cease. Oh well. Yeah, no, I need more green. And now it's too green. I need more blue. And now it's too blue. That's the problem with these colors. They're too vibrant. Oh, just the tiniest bit goes a long way. And it needs to, I mean, it's a good thing that it does, but it also, like, please let me just mix the same color. So, we'll see. Maybe I can trick it into thinking it's all the same color. I didn't mix it properly, that's why it's changing the color of the paint. My hands are shaky, which is annoying, but something I can deal with. I've dealt with worse. If you want an art challenge, draw with your other hand, your non-dominant hand. I remember in college, we draw all the time, every day, to the point where, like, even if you were practicing, like, healthy drawing techniques and not stressing your wrist out and treating your wrist like absolute trash, you would still get carpal tunnel because you've just been drawing so much. So what I started having to do was put, like, tiger balm or, like, muscle. There's a cream that, like, soothes muscles. It, like, makes them cold. I'd put that on, like, my drawing arm or wrist where it was being all owy and where the carpal tunnel was the worst. And then I just continue the drawing with my left hand because I'm not by nature left-handed. I've gotten to a point where, like, I can paint pretty okay with my left hand. It's not my go-to, but it's not absolute dog water either. So I did get a fair amount of projects finished by deadlines this way. Yeah. So, pro tip, become ambidextrous. It is very useful. And also it's a great way to, like, give your drawing hand a rest, but still be drawing. Got two hands for a reason. So I will say it is hard at first, because not freaking ambidextrous. But if you practice at it, you'll get good at it. This is too green. Why won't you be the same color? Struggle. The struggle is real. I just don't like that it's only graining in certain spots. This paper, it's mixed media paper, but apparently it's not mixed media enough for this. So I need to be careful with how much water I use and how much abuse. Because usually I paint on mixed media paper, no problem. But I guess I'm just... It's either that the paint's really grainy or that I'm just abusing the paper more than I realized I was. Well, that's something to be mindful of. Yeah, I should have used Frisket. So for those who don't know, Frisket is sort of like a latex paint that you paint. See these white areas I'm leaving white? I would paint using the Frisket. It's like the latex paint over it, let it dry, like 5 minutes it dries, and then it's like a rubber that covers it. And then, you can do whole washes over it, and then later you peel off the Frisket, and then it's still white and nice and neat, and you can do lovely washes, and you don't have to do the very painstaking task that I am doing right now, which is painting inside the lines, which is more tedious and not as accurate and not as pretty. But I also don't use Frisket that often, and I should. To be fair, I don't know if my Frisket's still good. I haven't used it in ages, so I'll have to check. But it would have been good to look at. I had some forethought, but I didn't. Didn't think this through at all. So I just wanted to get this guy done. I was so excited to finish painting him. My paint's changing color again. Eek. Eek. So I will say some of the paints, each paint is made of different things, made of different pigments, different materials. So they're all going to react a little different. And this, right now, it's being a little grainier than I'd like. Some people really like the grain. I do not. So that's something to contend with that I have to be mindful of. Do you guys have favorite mediums? I know that Kisla likes to write, and Kisla likes writing, and Dismay, you like a lot of digital art, I've noticed. Do you guys like other mediums? I wonder. I know I need to get back into like oil painting. I said I would. It was one of the goals for this year. Will I actually? I don't know. Need to do more figure drawing classes. So, such is life. A lot of forgetting what I need to do. I don't like how dark I made this. No. Okay. To do the folds, I should have also first did the pattern. Oh well. It's fine. Let's see. Fold's always tricky. I really should have fristed things. Bro, don't ask me what I like. I'm questioning everything now. Writing, sketching, collaging. How about you're so good at those? Especially the collaging and such. Questioning everything now. Yeah, that happens. That's just a normal state. That's just normal for artists. At some point, there's always a part of the process where you just question everything. Am I good at art? Why am I an artist? Is this... What am I doing with my life? So don't worry. You're doing good. It's part of the process. Writing and sketching. Huh. Collage. You've done some really nice collage work, so give yourself some credit, my guy. His work is very lovely. I'm thoroughly impressed. You have that whole binder and everything. So, give yourself credit. I demand that you do. Folds. Have you guys watched any new shows in the meantime? I started watching, oh, what is it, Hell's Paradise or something, is what they call it. So that's been fun. Really pretty. If you don't like monsters or demons or blood, don't watch it. If you do like those things, I recommend watching it. It's very beautifully done. I think it's Studio Mappa, if I recall. The guys who did, what's that one? Jujutsu Kaisen. Or have you read it at all? I wonder. I know there's a lot of, I think Hell's Paradise is a manga first and foremost. It's been a while. I haven't read it. I've shelved a bunch of it. I used to work at a bookstore. It was reasonably popular. Not as popular as, say, something like Jujutsu Kaisen, but it was decently popular, I recall. Folds. And now I've overdone it, I think. It's coming along half decently. I started watching K-drama called My Demon. Ooh, what's that about? I haven't heard about that one. Is it good? I don't tend to watch a lot of K-dramas, or really live action, anything. So, I mean, I'm always open to, on occasion. That is too bright. I need more water. That's too blue as well. I think more green. It's almost too green now. Well, I guess I do need some color variation in this, but it is also too dark. Frick. Maybe I can make it less. I don't like it. Now we are lifting it out. It's too dark even now. It's already stained. Frick. Follows a demon and a Chabal who enter into contract marriage. Interesting, interesting. I only found out recently, I think, what Chabal meant. If I call it, it's like it's one of the rich people, right, of Korea, sort of like the elite or the sort of modern day royals almost. Am I correct on that? I forget. I think that's what I meant. Remind me if that was the case. That does sound like an interesting premise. Yeah, she's the CEO of a company. That's what I thought. They're usually like CEO type folks. I always find that interesting. What's the nature of the contract? I wonder. It's always like a terms. So what's the? Well, I guess that's spoilers. I don't know. I'm curious. That's interesting. It's an interesting premise. So, interesting premise. Demon saves her, but he wants something in return. His job is to give back, but with a price. Give back? Interesting. What do you mean by give back? Interesting, interesting. Very vague. Yeah, I honestly found out about the whole Chibol like term and things. I saw like some documentary on, I think it was it Samsung? I don't know, one of those like big tech corporations that has like a finger in everything. I thought the daughter of the CEO like married her bodyguard or something, and like she was pretty much almost disowned or something, or somebody else is in line now, not her, and her dad's really mad at her or something. That was interesting overall. Interesting scenario. To be honest, it's just always weird to me when it's like there's still people who do the whole like kind of like nobility. Like what, you can't marry a peasant. What is this? The 18 or the is it 1212 still? Sergeant, a guy so far, example, a guy was hungry and tried to fish, but no fish. Demon came and gave him fish. The poor dude has to die in 20 years, but his generation and more will get food while in that contract. Interesting. So, I see. So, like, he had to give, like, his life to have more fish, but then the next generation won't have to do that? I don't quite follow. The ants are coming along half decently anyways. Need to be mindful of the pattern. Let's see. I'm not sure I follow with the fish thing. How does that work? Elaborate. So his descendants have it well off, or what? Gonna draw some folds here between the fishnets. Let's see. I don't know, some random scene. Generations to come from poor dude get fish, but yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, so like he dies early, but then his descendants won't have to suffer. Okay, interesting. It's an interesting premise. Did it wrong. Okay, need to be careful not to blot too much, because this paint does not like that. It'll just, oh, you mean you want us to blend into one seamless bloody color? Alright. It's like, no, it's not what I want. Stop it. Just behave, please. Also, like, I need the white to stay somewhat coherent. So we'll paint around the pattern and then probably go over it where there is the sort of folds. Okay, frick, I'm kind of losing the pattern on this pant leg. Can we lift it? Not really, no. Okay, got it. No mistakes with this paint. Got it. It's like my math teacher always said, you'll get an A in this class. I 100% guarantee you'll get an A in this class. Just don't ever make a mistake. Just don't make a mistake. Just don't make a mistake. Like, we're all like, wow. No duh. So, Unfortunately, didn't learn much in that class. Teacher wasn't really there often. He always had like family emergencies. Poor guy, unfortunately. Um, yeah, but he was all right as far as teachers go. I think my favorite was a German math teacher, my geometry teacher, Mr. Zick. He was funny. Um, Strict, but good teacher. Loved Led Zeppelin. He ran the high school's vinyl club. So he'd always give us these before, like at the beginning of class, these odd puzzles like how many squares are in a chessboard, or you can turn on the series of light bulb in this very specific sequence. How like little like brain puzzles that honestly I've only ever seen people use in like D&D and such, or like those gotcha sort of riddle puzzles. I always loved them. So those are fun. Like, fun fact, there are an infinite amount of squares in a chessboard, technically. Because what denotes where the square ends and the other begins, you know? It's ad infinitum. Okay. Alright. I don't know. So yeah. I can't really remember any of the other puzzles. I was just really miffed because there was one German puzzle that he gave the class. He didn't give my class because he knew I spoke German. And I was like, no! My friend gave me the puzzle and I'm like, it was something about like, it was an old like Shakespeare like level German. It was like his ultimate puzzle like for the end of the year that he'd give to the class. So like not only did the kids have to solve it, they had to like decipher the German with like Google Translate. And then it was like a geometry puzzle about like something to do with the triangle and its corners. I remember that the answer was 30. I don't remember what the question was. So there you go. Like 30 degrees, or I think it was like finding the angle of a triangle, like the interior acute angle of a triangle, but it was all in ancient like Shakespeare level German. Like, and the thing about German, old German, is it's written in its own like type of font or typography. Not cursive, but if you ever see those like fancy like medieval scripts that are really freaking hard to read, it's written in that. So if you don't know how to read that, good fucking luck. You just won't be able to read the old German. I can kind of read it, more or less. It's a bit tricky though, not gonna lie. I need to learn, there's also another kind of script that's common in old German, more around like the 1800s. I forget what it's called. My grandma told me once, and I forgot. I need to find, she texted me the answer once, what it was. But it's like a sort of cursive, but it's also not a cursive. It's its own thing, and I thought that was interesting. And I need to learn that because my grandma gave me some letters from like the family, like the ancient family way back when, for me to read because they're like itty bitty, really fine, tiny script. Like, how the frick did you write that fine? I can't even write that fine with like a 0.3 pen or whatever, like millimeter. It's like itty bitty stuff, and it's just like most delicate, intricate loops, and it's bloody insane. Bro, I just read the news. Florida passed away Florida passed away bill social media banned for under 16 years old. Hi! Hey Jello Sketch, welcome! Yeah, I don't know, I stay away from the news. It's scary. So, I mean, most social media sites anyways, like, you're not allowed to be on them until you're like 14. Like, I didn't get a Facebook until I was 14. You know, back when Facebook was relevant for our generation, I was like, wow, I'm on Facebook, and now people are like, oh, you're still on Facebook? What is wrong with you? I'm like, listen, how else am I gonna talk to my grandma over the ocean? She barely knows how to use WhatsApp. So, if by some miracle my grandma finds this stream, hi, love you. I don't think she will. She does not use TikTok even. My the German one, anyways. Which is maybe for the best. That there should be some separation. Sometimes you just don't want your family to see your social media apps. Some of them, yeah, like Facebook, sure, but not my Tumblr. And yes, I still use Tumblr. It's one of the few sites that is still somewhat usable these days. Like Twitter, forget about Twitter. The thing's a bloody hellscape. Unusable. I only use YouTube. What do I use? I despise the YouTube mobile app with a passion. I only use it to like post my TikTok shorts there. Because that's the only one that will let me. I use the webpage whenever I can. I just like it much better. Not as many bugs, less ads. YouTube has too many ads, to be honest. Most things have too many ads. Honestly, I can if they do make it so that social, I couldn't really quite understand. But if you're saying that they're banning it, 16-year-olds from having social media, like I can understand. Maybe 16's a bit it's a bit late. Maybe like 14, but still, I understand because some of these kids need to go touch grass. Or the ocean, honestly, at this point. I feel like the ocean is like touching grass, but stronger. If you have access to the ocean, of course. Not everyone does. If not, then grass or a lake should suffice. Sometimes you just need a running body of water, honestly. Just go swim. Go touch grass. Go outside. Go play with sticks and rocks like the rest of us did. Because some of these poor kids, they don't know. They don't know how to human. And it shows. So it could be very good for them to have a little bit of restraint, because bro, they are not teaching internet like what do you call it? Etiquette, I think? Like how to be on the internet like they used to. Like I remember in elementary school they had to sit down in the auditorium and have little classes too about like being safe online, don't post your pictures of you or your face, don't talk to anyone, never give out your real name, don't tell people how old these basic stuff for you and me. I'm assuming you and me. Maybe my viewers are young, sorry. Not my demographic, I do swear, so like, bruh. Yeah, things for like my generation, that's pretty common sense. At least I hope it's common sense. I mean, yeah, we choose to maybe ignore it. I mean, you're seeing my face. You know my name. But like for a kid, you definitely need to adhere to those. They like had little videos of like a cat who was going on the internet. Wow! And I'm gonna make friends on the internet. I'm gonna go meet my internet friends in real life. And then this cat went to go meet their internet friend, and it was just like a bulldog that was gonna eat them. And it's like, that's why you never meet your friends from the internet. Of course, nowadays, maybe not so applicable. At least for like, if you're an adult, go. Sure, be smart about it. But like, you can meet your friends on the internet. If you're a kid though, maybe not. Maybe go study or play video games or go play outside, play Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know. Needs to be more parks. Agreed. We don't have many third place. Yeah, we don't have many third places anymore. And those that we do, they keep trying to shut down. I hear so many people like, we should close this park. No, only the homeless people live there. Like, bruh. No. Or, we don't need libraries anymore. Who needs libraries? Everything's online. Like, half the people in the library use the library for the internet. Because a lot of people still don't have access to the internet. And library is one of the few places that offers free internet, free printing, free, like, just a bunch of resources that people just don't realize. Like, a lot of them will help you, like, with a resume, or applying to jobs, or, like, workshops, learning skills, like, just a bunch of cool things. People are like, oh, it's only old stuffy books. Wrong. The library is so much more than that. Yes, I'm back on the library tangent. I realize. I know. Libraries are an important third space, I'd argue. Also, a lot of things aren't walkable. I'm fortunate to live in a big city that has enough, like, it has some little bit kind of a public transportation. It's shit, it's terrible, Miami, and it went from bad to worse. They got I think a new vendor or something who was running the transportation, and they thought, oh, let's just cut out like half the stops, but say we're adding more. They're not. They made it worse. So my commute to work has gone from anywhere from 1 hour to 2 hours to anywhere from like 2 to 3 hours. So that's fun. Sometimes 4 if it's a bad day. So that's fun. Thank you. Maybe do better. But I'm lucky that I'm in a city that I have some public transport at all. There's a lot of cities that if you don't have a car, you're not leaving your house. You're not going to work. You're just stuck. And ripperoni. Fuck you, I guess. So that's always fun. I'm fortunate that I can have some walking. Miami's not the best for walking. I mean, there's some stuff downtown. I live more on one of the islands, and that is pretty like self-sufficient. Like everything's really overpriced, but you could go get milk if you wanted to. It's not ideal, but it's better than nothing. What am I doing? Yeah, but definitely need more third spaces. I know for me, I'm lucky I had a sibling, I guess, because we didn't have any kids on our block. And that's why I went out and played a lot. It's by myself or with my sibling. But yeah, I guess there were parks. There was some pretty close, but like, just no kids to play with. They're all really far away. Because, it is such a big, wide city. And a lot of places in Miami just aren't safe to be alone. So that's another issue, too. Miami is not a safe city. Not at all. If as you're an adult, it gets a little, like, it's not safe for kids. It's a little safer if you're an adult, just because you're an adult. You can have more independence. But a lot of kids just can't go outside. And it's too dangerous. It's either kidnappers or creeps or just nowhere to hang out. Not if you have money, or don't have money anyways. So, I know Roblox is very popular because of that. Kind of, I don't know how I feel about Roblox, because basically, what I understand, it's like a platform that kids can make their own games, and like in principle and theory, that sounds really cool, and that like they can make money from the games they make. In practice, not really good, because they get kind of exploited and underpaid, which is like, ugh. It's like, yeah, and also it's like gambling apparently. So, okay, Roblox, what are you doing? Days is deaf gay, bruh. Forget bisexual is deaf gay. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Pretty flaming for what guy? Got it. For little fish boy. Good to know. Good to know. What made you say that? What prompted the change? Days, for anyone new to the chat, is the character that I'm drawing, or illustrating for my good friend here. Did that wrong. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, that's coming along. Let me see, and then some folds here. Honestly, I'm just debating, like, should I just go ahead and frisk it when I need to and just do that, even though I should have done it earlier? I don't know. I'd have to go and find my frisket. Where I put it? I might not even have it. Let's see. could always just go back and do it with like pen or ink, maybe. He hot as fuck with a gay body. Okay, respectable, valid. That's valid. Yeah. Still debating if I should go and try and find where the frick I put my frisket, if I still have any. Might not. Honestly, by the time I decide, I'll probably be done with this painting, so. Let's see. I like how this fold's coming out. That came out pretty well. Don't know how I did it, but came out decent. To be honest, this is a little more true to like how I used to do art back in high school. No frisket, no tape, no guides. You just go in. Okay, yeah, that is too dark. Ripperoni. I don't even know if I have a proper brush for a frisket. Because frisket, if you don't know, freaks up your brushes. It gunks it up to high heaven. So you could never use it for anything else ever again. I don't like this. This is too dark. It's alright. Let's see if I can't find it. Let's see. I think I'll just work on the hair in the meantime, frankly. Will I? I need to look up what color was. I think it was this one. The little flowers that he has in his hair. His namesake. He's named after the Blue Days flower, if anyone's wondering. Yeah. Honestly, I don't want to rush this guy either, so we might just make this a three-parter. I don't know. Depends. It depends. We'll see. We'll see. All right. Need to do a wash of this bit. I don't like how that wash came out, but it's fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. I think I lied. I might just keep working on the pants. The bottom bit anyways, where it like connects, and there's a lot of shadow, so it shouldn't matter too much of the pattern. Maybe we'll see. I think I'll leave it for now. We'll come back to that. Right, hair now. Okay, let me look at this. They're references for like sort of like a turquoise green. Turquoise. I don't have proper reference for that, frick. Okay, let me go find it. I had some, but I don't anymore. Who? Ah, here. Let's see. Oop, not that one. Okay, no, there just isn't proper reference. I just make it up myself. I got it. It's fine. I see what's going on. Oh, that's the wrong chat. I did put some reference in a chat somewhere online. Ah, there it is. Found it. Any input as to what you guys think I should do the color? What color should the netting be? This little net skirt. What color should I make it? Like maybe a gold, do you think? Or like sort of tan rope color? Some input would be good on this. Yes, that should suffice nicely. Hair's tricky, especially when you don't have reference. But that's what I always am doing. You're not using reference like I should. Then again, I don't have long hair, so it would be hard to take reference photos. I used to do that a lot. I still do that. If my hair is the right like length or color, or just to get like sort of a dynamic pose, I'll often take photos of myself to get the proper reference I need for a character or an illustration. And most big artists will do. A lot of illustrators I've noticed will do that. There's a really excellent illustrator if you ever want to get into like especially fantasy or realistic illustration. Check out James Gurney. He's the guy that did Dinotopia. If you don't know what that is, go read it. It's a beautiful book series universe. I don't know. It's just gorgeous. Go watch it or read it. I guess there is a TV show, so you could watch it if you wanted to. Let me lean in close to see what the heck I'm doing, because I did this line art a bit too late. I mean, by design, I suppose, but still. Maybe I'm doing this in the wrong order. Maybe I should wait to save the hair for last, but nah, it's too late now. We're doing it now. It's good enough, I guess. Yeah, it's green eyebrows, because usually characters, their eyebrows will be the same color as their hair. So, unless they've like dyed it and didn't dye their eyebrows the same color as whatever they've dyed their hair as. Any input, guys, as to what color the this section, the rope, should be? Like maybe a red, or do you want like, you thinking a gold would look good? What do you guys think? That is something I am pondering. Yeah. I don't want to lose the flowers too much either. Let's see. in his hair. Might be going too dark, but it might not be because I am using really, there's a lot of water on my brush right now, so sometimes it'll look a lot darker than it actually is, because of all the water. Gold for the rope? Alright, good to know, good to know. Kisla, what do you think I should do? Do you agree? Gold, should I do gold for the rope, or like a red, or green, or what? I shall consider the good thing. Gold, I was thinking gold. It's initially what I was gonna go with, but I just want to... Dinotopias, the show was okay, but the books are like S tier. You're absolutely right. I think the show was really funny. I love the little CG dinosaur. He was so cute. I think his name was Zippo, which is just really funny because that's a lighter kind. That's a type of lighter. Yeah, the show was cute. The book, the main book, there is like a bunch of novels written off, based off of it that are pretty funny. But the book, the first one, it's just freaking S. Go read it / look at it. It's gorgeous. Yeah, one second. I'm getting a message. Need to check my reference real quick. Yeah, alright. Where did I put that? Here. Alright. Back to the hair. Gold or red? A gold red maybe? Like a rose gold? Or how do you mean by that? Explain. Like an orange? What are you thinking? Maybe gold and red for the hair accessories. He's already got flowers in his hair. Maybe gold and red for their hair accessories. I don't know. I meant like the net here, you know, around his waist. Should be like gold, red, orange, like a striped gold and red combo, or like red with gold tassels, gold with red tassels, vice versa. I will say, going back to Dinotopia, those, honestly, a lot of like I have a story, so the world this guy is in is honestly inspired a lot by Dinotopia, not the, like, dinosaurs, but like, I took a lot of, in hindsight, inspiration from, like, the story and the world building. Like, I also have a waterfall city, definitely inspired by Waterfall City of Dinotopia. Different, it's not the same, but I was like, oh, that's cool, I want a waterfall city. That's a cool idea. And just like I was looking back on a lot of my like middle school art, even a lot of kids were inspired by like warrior cats, or I don't know what else were kids inspired by. I didn't really pay attention. Like anime for me, Dinotopia, biggest inspiration. Biggest inspiration. So like, cause I was drawing a bunch of dinosaurs and people and like cities and just a bunch of things. Big inspiration. Red with gold tassel sounds nice. Got it. Got it, Chief. So. coming along. It's coming along. What color were his eyes again? I think it was an olive green. Red with gold tassels. Gold tassels. Let's start with gold, like as an underpainting, and then go red on top of it, just because gold is light and nice that way. Be careful not to make it green. Again, Dinotopia, big. I mean, there was also warrior inspiration. I really loved the warrior books as a kid. I used to have, so I used to take German in elementary, middle school, and I always struggled in school because I have dyslexia and the ADHD. And later we found out we also have a sprinkle of autism. So that's fun. Nobody told me till later, but the ADHD, yeah, we caught really early on. So I'd always struggled in school. So I'd always have like Saturday. Go to the library and have like tutoring for my German class because I struggled the most with the German. And as a little treat, as a reward, I get to check out a book from the library, and I always check out like the warrior books or the 34 Clue series. I really loved as well. I always love a good like mystery thriller type book. So those are like my two obsessions, I think, besides Dinotopia. I also liked Owls of Ga'Hoole and Wolves of the Beyond, I think, was another one that I just casually picked up in middle school. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And I never thought about again. Until now. Well, actually, I think I thought about it recently, because somebody's like, so are you a Warrior Cats kid, and Owls of Ga'Hoole, or a Wolves of the Beyond girly? And I'm like, I'm all three. I'm all three. Honestly, I need to get back into Warrior Cats. It's still like, I know it's demographic is middle school, but like, it still slaps as a book series. Still very good, and I want to know there like so many books have come out since I was in middle school, centuries ago. I'm like, I want to know what happened. But I have to start from the beginning again, because I do not remember anything beyond the first book. That like, I barely even remember the bad guy's name. I think it was like Tiger Star or something, I don't know. Fireheart was the good guy. I don't know. It's been a hot minute since I read that. Tassels. Before I do the red, we sure we wanted to put red in this? Because once I put the red, I can't take it out. I mean, maybe later in post. I'll work on the hair while y'all answer that. Let's see. His hair is so nice and floofy. I love it. green and gold maybe? So do we want to leave the what's gold right now? Do you want to keep it gold or add a color to it? Or do we want to just come back to that later? Because I could probably mock something up digitally with like Procreate. I don't know. Keep it gold for now? Alright. Will do. Gosh, I gotta mix more of his hair color now. It's like the big problem with traditional paint. Like, I gotta mix more paint, frick, and then it's good luck matching the exact color that this was. So, yeah. Rip me. Ripperoni. At least I can outline the little flowers now and put shadows to make them pop. Maybe I made them pop too much. Oh well. It's fine. It's definitely fine. Now it's doing all the little details. It's getting there, slowly, very slowly. I will probably do a part 3 of this guy, because I just wanted. I've worked so hard. I've done so much effort on it now that I might as well keep putting in the same amount of effort. That is too dark. Oh well, it's fine. Maybe I'll just make his eyebrows a little darker. His eyebrows tend to be a bit darker than the actual hair. And we're not going to touch his eyelashes. The temptation to do the details at the beginning is always so hard. It's so strong with me. Like, oh, let me just do the details and treat it like a coloring book and not do washes like a sane person. Okay. It's coming along. It's coming along. Gotta leave this part. This part's done. This little chunk right here. I should not touch it anymore. Let's see. Yeah, I like how it's coming out so far, which is good and rare. It's more common than not to be like, I don't like it as an artist. So, I'm getting somewhere with it. Okay, it's already gone too dark. Let me see if I can't fix it. A little bit. Tiny bit. I gotta let it dry. Gotta keep it dry. Debated doing this piece digitally because it might be like faster, or I can like experiment more easier, but also like as much as I complain about watercolor being hard, it is a lot more natural to me and feels less like I'm fighting it than digital ever was. So, and also I can't stream digital because my computer is really messed up. I mean, I suppose maybe I could try streaming on I have like Clip Studio Paint on my computer. However, it is hard to see my computer screen, even with the additional monitor, because the monitor distorts the color a bit more than it of what it actually is. So it's hard to get a drawing. If it's like a bit of art that I don't care if the art is accurate, then it's fine. But I can't say, I like to work a lot more with like my iPad now, or I suppose Christian's iPad. But I cannot link it to my computer because this computer does not do Bluetooth ever since the flood like it used to. Not anymore. Just won't turn on. Not a function. Just like, really? I went too hard with the hair again. The problem with when you get too in the zone, then you don't realize when you're overworking something. Overworking something has always been an issue of mine. So we'll see. Maybe I can salvage it. mean, his name, one of his names is Kelp, so like he kind of looks like Kelp, so. Yee. So I need to do his little sea glass. But I also need to. I really need to do frisket for this bastard, don't I? Well, I can work on this part now, which is good. Yeah, it's about the right color. Once again, I've erred by not starting left to right. How could I? Cringe. Once again, just improving these folds. Like, I don't know what shapes these are, but, you know, we're just gonna wing it. That's what we're doing. I think folds totally go here. That's how they work. Definitely. Yeah. I know what I'm doing, I swear. Isn't that all art really is? Just pretending you know what you're doing until you do it? Yeah, that's decent. You shouldn't, and I should not touch it. I'm just gonna go under it and put in some more shadow. That thing is definitely throwing a shadow. It's like folds here. This little harem pants skirt thing. Coming along, it's coming along. That's good. Eek. Let's see. Need to mix more of that paint. Color. Or green. Too green? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe only for the darkest darks. Right here. Let's see, let's see. Let's see. It's coming along, it's coming along. Alright, not bad, not bad. Should probably work a bit more on his face now. Go back to the reference pictures I had. No, stop it. Let's see. There it is. Face. Face I really have to focus for, which is why I'm really quiet. Sorry, guys. I just don't want to make a mistake. On this. I'm gonna blend out that cheek. Do his ears. Where's his ears? Where's the reference for that? Nope. Good enough, I guess. Probably too strong a blue, but it's fine. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. No. This is too strong. Go to look at the other references. I'll say we'll probably have to come back to his torso. I don't like how it's turning out. It's also warping pretty badly, which means the paper is just... Let's see. Okay, it's not... I think it's that on the camera it looks bad because there's like a divot right here. Alright, fine. I think this too blue is too vibrant to be like for the shadows, so that's fun. Still too wet. Frick. Oh well. along. I'm gonna see if I can't push the hands a little more. And then I think I will call it a day, just because I don't want to overwork it too much. So, yeah. So it's already kind of distorting a bit. And I don't like that. I need to fix that. Yeah, definitely gonna have to come back to this. It'll be a three-parter, I suppose. Never gonna get this fish guy done. Ooh, I like that. Oh, one day, eventually. I probably just need to find better references, and then I'll be fine. But no. Roth insisted that they could do it without a reference, and here I am, suffering. This is what comes of having the audacity. Let's see. That's better than when we started. More along, I guess. Yeah. I think for today we're going to call it that. We're going to call it for a day. Thank you guys for coming and watching the stream. I appreciate you guys. Tune back in next week. I try and stream every Thursdays. What time? Really depends on the day. But at least every Thursday, either from anywhere from noon to the evening is what I try and stream. So yeah, thank you again for joining our stream, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!